everybody. Happy December 2nd, second day at Vlogmas. I'm having so much fun so far. Today I am wearing the Estee sweater. It is a short sleeve sweater with some lace detail on the panel right here, and it is out of the Malabrigo fuchsia colorway. And today we are going to be talking about some of the WIPs that I've been working on recently. So I'm going to start off talking about some long-term WIPs and then move right into two WIPs that I hope to have finished by the end of this year or very early next year. So the first WIP I have is another Cozy Memories blanket. So I joined at some point this year, I joined the Leading Men Fiber Arts Cast of Characters Club, where they send you 5 new minis each month. I believe with shipping, it's around $30 a month. And they started, I believe, in April, and they are going alphanumeric through all of their colorways. So they started with 911 Butterfly, which is their numbered colorway, and they're going all the way to Z. Now, it will take a few years to do this. They said they estimate about 4 years to be able to collect every single colorway that they have. And then they also add, I believe, 10 to 12 new colorways a year to that collection. But they do have an end of year wrap up collection that they do every year that has all the newer colorways. So I do plan to get that as well when it comes out, so that I can add the new colorways in as I'm doing the existing colorways. So without further ado, let me show you my new Cozy Memories blanket. So this again is all Leading Men Fiber Arts yarn, and it is not completely in alphabetical order because I started late. So I had to special order a few colorways that I didn't have. And again, it's very similar to my Cozy Memories blanket I just finished. It is 20 squares across, but this time I repeat the same 10 colors on each side of the blanket. So let me count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can see that the beginning square here, I actually just realized I have this upside down, so I'm going to flip it over. Sorry. You guys didn't. No, I had it right. It was backwards to me in the camera. So technically it starts over here. So this square is the first of 10, and then this starts the second set of 10. So I repeat each colorway twice, and I have put in 40 different colorways, so I have 80 different squares on this. By the time it's all said and done, I will have between 360 and 380 squares on this blanket. So it's gonna be massive, just like the one I have now, which I am all here for. I do use the Cozy Knitter. I do use the Cozy Memories blanket pattern off of Ravelry. And my squares, I use a 2.5 millimeter needle, and I cast on 46 stitches, and I do a double decrease in the middle. So that is that. I've spent a lot of time working on that. I have kind of like a rotation of projects I'm working on right now. So I'll put 10 new colorways in here, so I'll do 20 squares. And then after I get 2 squares of each color into this blanket, I take what's left over, because those squares only use about 3 to 5 grams of yarn. So the minis that Leading Men send out are 20 grams. So I end up having about 10 to 12 grams left over. So I showed yesterday that I had finished a Happy Scrappy blanket, and I started another one with my leftovers from Leading Men Fiber Arts. So as I finish them in this blanket, then I hold it together with Knit Picks, and this is the Dove Heather colorway, Knit Picks Stroll Fingering, and I hold it together with that, and I add it to this blanket. So this is going really quickly. I already am working even. So by the time I add in this week's 10 colorways, I will be ready to start the decreases on this blanket, which is super exciting. And I really love how it's marling and coming out. And I love all the different colors. So that is 2 of the main projects that I have really been working on recently. Next WIP I have been working on is another blanket, and it is called the Glamping blanket by Casapinka Knits. Let's see if I don't think I printed out the cover page. So yeah, I didn't. So I don't have that to show you. But I am using some commercial yarn. I'm using Sheepy's Color Crafter, and this yarn is 100% acrylic, I believe. Let me look. Yep, 100% premium acrylic. It's super soft. I would highly recommend this for gift knitting, for baby blankets, things like that. And I wanted a very neon-y blanket. And Color Crafter has some very bright colors. And this is my color palette that I picked out. So I have hot pink, I have a bright purple, a neon green, a neon orange, and I'm really loving it. At first I was a little afraid that it was too Halloween-y because Jason said it reminded him of Halloween, but I think it's giving me more like Peruvian, Mexican, Spanish vibes. So I really love all the bright colors, the different textures. I will say I'm not loving using the size 10 needles because of the way I knit. It hurts my hands. So I try to limit how much I work on this. I have a goal to do 3 sections a day. And I think there's like 21 total sections. Let me look. "21 sections and then a border at each side," which is basically just some ribbing. And so I'm doing about 3 sections a week to try to finish it before the end of the year. I will say that I am holding the Color Crafter. I'm holding it double, so you will need to double the yarn that you buy. This pattern is a bulky weight pattern, and my yarn that I'm holding together is a fingering weight, like a heavy fingering weight. So when I hold it together, it's more like a DK. So I'm knitting the sofa size, but it's going to be more like a lap size, which I am fine with. They do have, I believe, 4 different sizes. They have the cat blanket, which is like a smaller cat blanket. They have a baby blanket, or a portly cat blanket, they like to call it, for your portly cats, which I have a very portly cat, Coco. And then they have a dog/lap blanket, and then they have a sofa blanket. So mine's going to be a little bit bigger than a lap blanket. But I am really loving it. And as soon as I add this week's 10 colors to my Happy Scrappy blanket, I am going to put another 3 sections in this. I have 9 of the 21 sections done, so I am on track to getting this finished by the end of the year. And I have it in my basket that Jason bought me at Wool Gathering last year. Next WIP, I just cast it on last week. I have plans to finish this, if not by the end of the year, by about mid-January. And a bunch of my friends were doing this knit along. And actually, the three of the WIPs that I've shown are all knit alongs that my friends and I have been knitting this year. And it's really funny because we're huge enablers. We have like 3 other knit-alongs planned before the end of the year, something crazy. But it's just a lot of fun to knit with a group of people, especially this year when we're kind of locked inside and there's no yarn festivals or socialization happening elsewhere. So again, I don't have the picture title page, but this is called the Happenings Wrap. And it's really fun because it does take 5 different colors of yarn. Or is it 6? I think it's 6 different colors of yarn. I can't find the first page, so I'm struggling here. It is 6. So let me show you this page. So it's 6 different colors of yarn. And you basically list each color. Each color gets assigned a number. Completely random. on how it goes. You have a main color, but then the rest you just list. And then you have 6 different stitch patterns. And what you do is you roll 2 dice, 2 different colored dice. So you know that for me, I have a note somewhere that says my pink dice is for my pattern, stitch pattern, and my purple dice is for the color of yarn that I'm going to use. So you roll your dice, and depending on what number you land on is what color and pattern stitch pattern combination that you use. So I am using Lobby Anime, and I had a fade kit. So my colors are not as dramatic as some of the colors that I've seen on the other samples, because I use the fade, so a lot of my colors are very similar, but I really like the color palette so far, and I like the stitch pattern, so I'm very happy with how it's turning out. So I used, it's basically like it's called the PB&J fade from Lobby Anime, and it's basically like a purple gray fade. So this is what I have so far. The stitch patterns are very, very subtle. They can be hard to see from up close, but from far away, you can really see the stitch definition. And the colors get to intermix. Now, this is supposed to be like a completely random wrap. It's not supposed to be planned. So sometimes, so when I'm rolling my dice, I have had, I think I've only added 3 of my 6 colors in the first 3 sections because I keep rolling the same colors. But I'm okay with that. I think it's wonderful. It's got like this nice little folded hem, and kind of like a folded brim on a hat, and I really like how that turned out. So anyway, I have 3 sections done on this. My goal is, again, 3 sections a week, but with Vlogmas and everything and the new Stephen West knit-along that's happening at the end of the month, I don't know if I'll actually get to finish that. I do have a lot of time off work, and I should have a lot of editing time, but we will see how it goes. But anyway, I just started that this week, and I am really loving it. I love the texture. It's knit on size 3 needles, and I'm really having a lot of fun with it. So let me show you my colors. And these are not in fade order. These are just as I pull them out of the bag. So this one, I believe, is La Petite Nuage. It's just a gray with purple speckles. This one is Rose Quartz, which is like a cream base with like brown, pink, blue, and purple speckles. This one is called Winter Garden, and excuse my messy cakes, I was having trouble winding these up. So again, a cream base with pink and brown speckles. I wouldn't call it brown, I would call it more of a gold. My main color is Peanut Butter and Jelly, which is a purple base with pink and gold and purple speckles. This one is called Cassiopeia. Yeah, Cassiopeia. And this is a gray base with purple speckles. And then my last one is, which one is this? This is the Magellanic Clouds, which is a dark gray base with purple and like teal color speckles. So I'm really loving it. I think these colors all blend well, and I think certain colors together have really nice contrast. So I think there's going to be parts of the shawl where it's really contrasty, and then parts of the shawl where it really pops and draws your eye to it. And the stitch patterns are very, very simple. So I am just having a lot of fun with it. So that is all of my currently active WIPs. Tomorrow I'm casting on 2 new WIPs. I have, which you hopefully saw in yesterday's vlog, but I'll talk more about it in today's vlog. But I ordered a kit, advent kit from Superfine Yarn Co. And I should be at this point, I am recording some of this a few days early. So at this point I should have already casted on the jigsaw puzzle shawl by Stephen West with my advent calendar and my cozy knitter socks. So hopefully you guys have seen that. And I'm really excited to show it to you. So that is it for today's kind of talking session. Stay tuned for the vlog if you're interested, and if not, I will see you tomorrow, and have a great day. Bye.